Well, guys, so let's get started. Let's create the blueprints of our scene, okay? Um, well, the blueprints, they are interactive elements. So we're gonna create here in the scene. So when we navigate through the scene, the walkthrough, when we package the final project and we create an executable file, it's gonna run the navigation mode. Okay, they're gonna work. The blueprints are gonna work because they don't work here in the edit mode. Okay, all right. So to simulate how it's gonna be this navigation when we create the package, there is the button of player. So if you play it, it's gonna run. It's gonna make a simulation of how it's gonna be the scene. With the executable file. So here you can see that we opens the scene, it's working, and I can even navigate this by using the WASD, W, S, A, and D. Okay, uh, these are the keys that we are used to, like for example, games. You see that these keyboards they are very common, very Unreal uses by default. So okay, so here we can notice that if I use the key E, it goes up, and key it goes down. All right, so it's not like uh, a first-person navigation. Okay, it's not simulating a character. Okay, uh, look at the floor. There is collision, so the navigation stops here. Cannot go further. But if I go here, the character doesn't fall. So what do we have to do? We need to put, for example, our character here to simulate a person. He's gonna have gravity, let's say. He's gonna stay on the floor and he's gonna walk uh, on the floor. So we're gonna put the first person, okay? So let's do this. Unreal, it is an engine, so there are a lot of platforms that are ready to create the game. So there is the first person that is by default that we can put in the scene here, and it can work. So we're gonna avoid like programming all these things, because we already have this with Unreal Engine. So by default, we have the character, that we can use. So we're gonna use this by default, and we're gonna change some things just to make it more like uh, more proper for ArcGIS. So let's do it. So we go here, content browser, and here add, and here click here, add feature a content pack. Okay, these are features. So click here. We have this now. This little window, we have the types of characters, third person, if we're gonna see the person like this, top down, a virtual reality, and we're gonna use this first person. Okay, so add to project. It's gonna load. Perfect. It has opened here. Already put the first person in our scene. Here it creates in our folder, in our content, these folders like first person arms, and first person weapons. Okay, so let's close it here. All right, theoretically it is already working. Let's play it. So here, yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's flying. So it was put in the scene, but it's not enabled to run. it's not using the first person that we added. So what do we have to do? Well, we have to tell Unreal to use this first person. Inside this first person, there are other things, that, for example, the game mode. Let's see. Let's open this. We're gonna see that we have some assets here. First person, this one, the game mode, settings of background and everything. Here, the project, because this first person, it was made for games, so there is like, gums and stuff like that. So here we have a lot of things that you can see if you are interested. Okay, but we have to tell you to use this first person in our game. And how can we do that? Well, let's go here in our game mode override. Okay, you see that it is in known. When it's known, it uses the default of the Unreal. Okay, that is the one that flies and do things like that. So basically we have to change this. All right, for example, choose this BP first person. Okay, it is selected, and here you can see that it is using this default, so it is using the character that we want. Yeah, first person. Okay, let's see. All right, this one. Okay, nice. So let's play it again, and it has opened here. You see the hand here, it's appearing here, because by default, of Unreal, it's like this. If I use the keyboard E and Q, it's not gonna fly anymore. He's stuck on the floor because there is the collision of the floor. If I go here, I'm gonna fall like this. All right, nice. Another interesting thing is that, for example, he's here, he was born here, in that position, and now let's put it here and let's play it. You see, he's gonna respawn here. So he's gonna respawn here where we stopped the navigation. Okay, so it's like a setting by default. Okay, for example, when I play it here, he's gonna initiate the game here. All right, nice. But to do this in our game, it's interesting if we define the position that he's gonna be. Okay, and then we can go through the scene and navigate this to the scene. So we can define where he's gonna born in the scene. How can we do that? Well, we have to put a mark, all right, to define where he's gonna respawn. Okay, so how can we do that? We have to put a player start. Okay, to do that, we can go here, open the window, and let's put this, and we can type player start. Actually, this, I can put this in my scene, player start. Click and drag it. All right, you see this, there's a mark here. You see that there's a message like bad size, because you are kind of touching the floor. That's why you just have to do it, go upper, and it's not gonna touch the floor, and yeah, that's it. So if I put in the top view, I can position, and I can rotate as well. Look at this, where he's gonna start, he's gonna look. So I can put the position of the character, and I can say where he's gonna look at. Okay, I'm gonna put him more or less like this, and I'm gonna play it. Look, you see this? Nice. I'm gonna change the position, put it more like this, and let's play it. You see this? I'm gonna rotate so that we can show this. Look. Nice. So basically that's it. The position that you want. You can define the position, the rotation. Nice. So to navigate, W, S, A, and D. There's collision here, so we cannot go through this. You see? Here as well. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the collisions are here, so I cannot go through the objects. But if you see the character, he's walking too fast. We can change some things to put it more like slow. All right, now we have the first person. We're gonna change three things. First, you see we have this hand. It's like he's holding a gun. We already have the gun. It comes together. In Unreal 4, it was on our hand, but in Unreal 5, we have to take it off this hand because it doesn't make sense. And we're gonna change the speed of the character because it's too fast. He's walking too fast. And the last detail, let's try to go through here. I cannot go. He's kind of going on the bench because it's too small to go through this. But we see that there is a space, so we're gonna configure the character to make him more like better to go through some places. He cannot go through this, but visually we see that we can go. So yeah, we're gonna make some changes to improve this. All right, first thing, let's delete this hand. Let's delete this. Okay, the mesh of the hand. All right, we go here, content. Let's open this here, BP first person character. Nice. And then we can, as we already saw in the first class, we saw this interface. So I'm gonna go to our viewport. All right, that is where there are the meshes and everything. We can select our hand here, the arms. Look, it's like he's holding some gun. Okay, we can select and delete this. If I press play, you see that it has disappeared, the hand. So it is solved. Nice. Second thing, the speed of the character. We have to change the speed. So how can we do that? We can go here, select this character movement. There are all the movements. So here for ArcViz, basically, we have all these options here and everything. But for us, we need the speed, just the speed. So we can go here, character movement, walking, and select this, max walk speed. All right. So we can change it here. So let's decrease this value. I think a nice value is 200. Okay. But you can define, it's up to you. Okay, it depends on your scene. If it's too big or too small, it can, you can change this value. Yeah, that's it. So let's test now. Look, it's more slow. Now you see that we can see more things here. It makes more sense. I think that makes more sense for ArcViz, to work like this. But it's up to you. Okay, perfect. Play start is solved. The speed of the character is solved as well. Another tip that I can give is, for example, let's suppose we are creating the blueprints. Every time we're gonna test a blueprint, we're gonna press play. Imagine I have a blueprint here, and every time I play it, he's gonna respawn here, and I have to go there. I have to walk there. And now it's more like slow. There's a tip, for example. Even if the play start is here, we can change it. For example, if I put my character here and I select this, and I put current camera location. So the play start is not gonna, you know, respawn in the play start, and he's gonna go here, you know. So I'm gonna leave it like this for now, okay? So that we're not gonna have to, come here all the time. Nice. So now we have this problem that we have to solve, that he's not gonna, he's not able to go through some places. So let's get back to our first person character, and let's analyze this. This element, a capsule, all right, collision, capsule of collision, and it's the body of the character. So let's see if the environment have some element that like, that is kind of smaller than this capsule, so the character is not going to be able to go through the place. So let's make the character a little more like thin, okay? To do that, I need to change. First, select the capsule, come here to shape. Here I have the height, okay? And here, let's see, I put 30 here. You see? It's like he's more thin, you see? So now the collisions, he's gonna go through some places, okay? So actually 60, because this is a radius, yeah. So yeah, cool. You can change it if you want, it's up to you, okay? But I think 30, it's enough here. All right, let's play it. Another detail, as I have the player here on the window of the first person, oh, what's happening? Okay, so if I press play here, he's gonna consider my player start, because I'm not in the other window, all right? Because here there is no camera, so he's gonna use the player start. So if I change it here and I play it, he's gonna go where there's the camera. So let's see the places that we couldn't go through. Oh, look at this. Now I can go through this. You see? Where else? Here. Nice. It's nice. But you can add this parameter, okay? If you have in your scene some really small places, you can add, okay? If you want that the character goes through, you can make this character thinner, and he's gonna go through these ways, okay? I turned off the grasses here. Yeah, that's it. So now we already have our first person, okay? We can we made him like more slow, yeah, and we corrected also the character, like he's thinner now, and he can go through some places. So okay, we prepared our walkthrough to do the tests of all the blueprints. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this class. See you.